Hello everyone, welcome to ITM University Online. Today we are going to get a fair idea about fundamentals of banking. The question to you is, I'm sorry to ask the question first, however, let us have discussions, not the word questions anymore. The discussion we will go for is, first one, why should I study fundamentals of banking? Everyone knows what bank does. What is my role in it? There is a huge role for you in it. What is it? You as an individual, you as a salaried person, you as a corporate business house are going to contribute to the nation's economy through banking, for which you and I should know what are the basic fundamentals of banking, how bank works, what banks do, from where bank raise funds, all questions. So importance, I repeat again, the range is from a little young boy to the very old man who says, yes, I have a bank account. I used to transfer my transactions or transfer money or do the transactions through banking or through online or right now through wallet banking. So what is this? What is happening to the banking industry? What are the revolutionary aspects which is there? We should understand. Therefore, this topic gives an overview first on the fundamentals of banking, followed by a series of reforms and things that has happened in the banking scenario or in banking industry. Now, as I already mentioned, what is the role of a bank? What bank does? In simple language, bank accepts deposits and gives loans. That's it. But now the scenario has changed. Now banks are doing many jobs. They are actually doing an umbrella branding model. So it is like a supermarket. You go to a bank, you can get life insurance. You go to a bank, you can get housing loan. You go to the same bank, you can get vehicle loan. You go to the same bank, you will get jewelry loan. You go to the same bank, you will get foreign exchange. These are all things which were not at all in the banking consideration initially. Banks were doing only two jobs initially. One, they accept deposits and they give loans. So what are they doing? There is something known as keyword as credit creation. So they try to create credit. So banks becomes loans, loans becomes deposits. So if you're taking a loan from a bank, what is the procedure? You go and apply for a loan. They'll do the verification. If you're eligible, you will get it. That's it. Let us assume you got it. Then what is the next stage? Next stage, banks are not giving money to you. Bank says, we will open an account in the bank and the amount will be credited or the amount will be deposited in your account. But is this actual yours? You are opening an account with the bank. So the money is not going out of the system. It is just transferred. That is why we use the terminology deposits are loans, loans act as deposits. So even if you take a loan, that is treated as a deposit in the banking parlance because it is credited to a deposit account. You can withdraw it, that's no doubt. But for everything, you have to pay interest here. There is no magical scenario. So no business is free lunch. There is cost involved in it. So remember, role of a bank is acceptance of deposits, lending of loans. We will also understand what are the latest roles which bank does, and there are some theories, principal-agent relationship. Some theories also we'll try to figure out in forthcoming sessions. Next, we'll try to understand what is this revolution. The revolution of transformation from mass banking to class banking. Earlier, the mass were given access for banking. I'm sure you might have heard about the word or the concept called social banking. What does that mean? banks are meant for all class of people. You should have open access to everyone. Now what it resulted in? It resulted in massive expansion, but profitability and efficiency were very much affected. In terms, very much reduced. So there were series of committees, series of reforms which took into action, and finally they said, come on, let us do something serious. Banks means it is into financial business. That doesn't mean that you should not take care of social banking, but you should also have a profiled version where all categories of customers are given different treatments. So now I'm sure you might have heard about the different entities called HNI customers or high net worth individuals. Again, I'm sure you would have heard about the technique or the acronym or the usage called privileged banking customers. Doorstep at your service. So different terminologies banks are coming out because different treatment are given to different classes of customers. So during the session, we'll also understand what are the different scenarios which banks are applying, how that is in real world issues, what are the developed nations do, what our economies are doing, all things in terms of class banking and mass banking. Then we'll try to understand what is the role of reforms in the banking industry, how privatization has helped. I'm sure all of us know that privatization was there in banking also, is now happening in banking also. As we started this topic, we said the new introduction of digital wallet, Paytm banks, white label ATMs. What are these? We will understand more in detail about these aspects during these sessions. So all these emphasize on one indication, that is privatize, don't retain as public. SBI or other public sector banks can't do everything. They are doing many things, but there is a limit for it. But if there are some private parties who is interested, please give freedom to operate. So that freedom to operate has come in different terms, known as small finance banks, known as white label ATMs, known as digital wallets and whatnot. So during the session, we'll try to understand how the privatization has helped in banking sector specifically, and has it really enhanced the profitability of private sector of scheduled commercial banks. So we'll try to understand what is banking, what are the roles of banks, what banks does, what do they do in class banking as well as mass banking, what is the role of privatization in banking industry. We'll also cover upon some of the aspects in future, that is, what is the stability part. So what is the Basel norm, what does capital adequacy ratio indicate, what is solvency ratio, what is cost to income ratio, different aspects of banking industry by which we measure performance as well as efficiency of banks. So this topic is dedicated exclusively to those people who are having a passion for banking industry, who want to understand the role of banks in the economy and how banks works. Thank you.